Hello and welcome to episode 27 of the Championship Rounds podcast. There's not much boxing on at the moment, so we're going to be starting a new thing for 2025. We're going to be doing rankings, and this is the first episode of us doing divisional rankings, top 10s for all 17 divisions. I know you're all screaming that there's 18, but I was overruled in adding the Bridgerweight division.
Doesn't exist.
I think it should be in there, but apparently not. We'll start now. So if you want to bring the sheets up, starting at minimum weight. One's very easy here.
Yeah, we already got
You can just put in the number one right now. That's Oscar Collazo, obviously, unified champion.
Yeah, it's clear as day for him.
Two, I think it's pretty clear as well. Melvin Jerusalem.
Pull this up.
Don't know if you nobody should disagree with that. I don't think. Free Tadaran.
Fighter.
He is a very good fighter.
He's an elite Hall of Fame. That'd be crazy.
He is one of the better minimum weights ever, but it's just like, yeah.
It's funny how he won both of his titles via upset.
Yeah, in Japan on Koki Kameda shows.
Yeah, they don't like him over there, probably.
There's a Tadaran 3. That's quite easy. And this is where it gets interesting. Number 4. Who do you have number 4?
The great man, even though he just got bad.
He just got cooked.
But
Fresh mark?
look,
Yeah.
there is nothing wrong with getting bad by Oscar Collazo. That's fine.
Yeah. If he, I wonder if he's still gonna fight from now on, or if he's packed it in.
Is he going to want to go out like that? Maybe he doesn't care. I mean, what else can he really do?
Not much.
Hang around and wait until Collazo moves up, I guess.
I mean, it's not like he can't win another title against anyone not named Collazo.
I don't think he beats Jerusalem at this point, but anyway.
He could.
I don't think he does.
Well, not necessarily he would, but he could.
The Winwood fight had a couple of red flags for me, but yeah.
I mean, he had just come out of like a 2-year, basically, inactivity. So,
yeah,
give him half a pass.
5, I have Yudai Shigioka.
Yeah, I also think
Yudai. Has to be the Shigiokas at this point.
Yeah, if Yudai, then Jinjiro, 5 and 6.
Yeah.
7. Who do I have at 7? I have Zhu at 7.
I have Dusmatov, but he's an amateur merchant at the moment, isn't he?
I haven't got Dusmatov ranked because he doesn't fight.
Look, he fights.
If you want to rank Dusmatov, rank Dusmatov here, but I don't have him ranked because he just doesn't fight. So
he's like being carried on Dusmatov.
No, I know it's about Dusmatov.
Oh, just Hassan, boy. B-O-Y.
Not talking about him, bro.
I don't know who we're talking about. Who are we talking about? Jinjiro or anyone else? Wrong. Zhu Dianjing.
I know I can see his name. Yeah, I know I'm gonna butcher here. I found it.
Well, I haven't met number 10.
I would say for everybody, these divisions are so bleak when it goes past like the fifth fighter in like 80% of these divisions.
I mean, especially 105.
I think this is fine. I think I just deduct points from Dusmatov because again, he's not an active fighter.
I mean, I like with like the bottom people. I mean, you're really just splitting hairs. I mean, does it really matter?
You know, it's really just a discussion of like the champions and the actual contenders. So like
Yeah.
the actual bottom feeders of these divisions.
There's a thing like Dusmatov might be the best fighter in the division.
But he doesn't fight.
He just doesn't fight like. Yeah. 9, I've got RR and Arles.
Well, you said his name was filthy.
RR and Arles then.
Who else is like in the discussion?
Joey
down here?
Canoy, Alex Winwood.
I have Winwood, but I don't have Anderles ranked because I mean he just fought at light flyweight basically. That's why he just beat Quaro at light flyweight. That's why I didn't rank him at minimum weight. Also, I'm pretty sure he hasn't fought minimum weight since he lost. Well, he had the draw with Mendoza. I mean Mendez, not Mendoza. That's why I don't rank him at minimum weight. He's not minimum weight anymore.
That's fair.
Can anyone fact check this? I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. He hasn't fought since Mendes. Being honest, he's ranked at minimum weight on BoxRec, and I saw him beat Mark Quarto on BoxRec, and I watched that fight. I just assumed it was minimum weight, to be honest.
Quarto's turned into a damn gatekeeper.
Well, I'm not surprised they're still ranking him at the wrong division. I mean, it's BoxRec. They don't even watch these fights.
Yeah, Winwood's fine at 9, and I've got Joey Canoy at 10, I guess.
Yeah,
Canoy's a good fighter. But yeah, it's like scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
105.
it's
Like
pretty nasty work, but yeah, that's what it looks like.
that's
You got Oscar Collazo, Melvin Jerusalem, Pedro Tuduran, Knockout CP Freshmart, Yudai Shigioka, Jinjiro Shigioka, Dion Jingshu, Hassan Boy Dusmatov, Alex Winwood, and Joey Canoy.
that is fair. Lights flyweight. I think we all agree that the number 1 here is Yabuku.
yeah.
That's my goat. That's my goat.
And I think we all agree that number 2 is Shikichi Iwata.
I do not. I mean, I have
Who do you have
Canelo as number 2.
I do.
I have Canizales at 3.
I'm gonna have to overrule you on that. I do think Canizales.
That's
We seen the nasty
that
end of
is fair.
2024.
The only thing with Canizales is I watched the fight he had in the summer,
Garcia.
and I thought he lost it. But yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I mean, in his defense, he was coming off a crazy war.
Yeah, I'm
And
fine
then
with those rankings.
he did just look like pretty good, even if he got robbed and didn't
Yeah.
officially get the win. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the clear top 3 in this division.
Yeah, definitely. It's like with most divisions, when the like dominant champion ends up and like vacates their titles, they like leave their like scraps behind, and it just looks disgusting. This division actually looks still promising after Kenshiro left it.
Top
You
2,
had everyone go, didn't you? You had Bomber go as well.
good.
Love him or hate him, he was still a good fighter.
Yeah, he was like top 2 in that division, or top 3 at least.
Who do you have at number 4?
The great man, Sivanafi non-Shingo.
I agree.
So this might not last for too long, considering we knew he was,
Well, look.
drained.
Well, I mean, he should move up, but will he move up is the question.
I hope so. For his sake.
Colin Nathan was saying he might not.
Oh bloody hell!
Jesus Christ. Better give him nutritionists out the wazoo if they think he's gonna stay there. From all over the world. Because man, he looked flat against Ibuka.
Yeah. And he didn't look great against Korea.
No.
But number 5, I have Simsbury at number 5. Which might be a bit of a rogue shout, but I've been more impressed with him this year than I have been with Rosa.
It's funny because it's not really too rogue. Like Simstreet's definitely a top 10 light flyweight now.
Like if you look at his wins, he was a massive underdog against Miguel Fajardo, who was knocking everyone out. Beat Taniguchi, who's a very good fighter. Like I that's more impressive to me than what Rosa's been doing. To be honest.
Oh yeah, I have him ranked above Rosie. Yeah. I mean, who do I know? I have Aaron there next.
That's fair.
So what is it between?
Araneta and Simsbury. I'd probably
mean,
go Araneta. I don't know.
Simsbury.
He's like on form right now.
Simsbury's better form.
I might go with Simsbury. I go Araneta 6.
Yeah.
Araneta 6, yeah. Then Rosa. I have Rosa at 7. If we're going to fight, yeah.
What else we got here at the bottom?
Well, I mean, I have Elbow it, but I have Sogonov above Rosa. To be honest.
Do you? That's interesting.
Just putting out there.
That's interesting.
I wouldn't put him there, but we agree on him. Put right under Rosa. It's fine with me. Or are we firm on Suga being above Eric Rosa?
I think I'd put Rosa above him, to be honest. But it's up to you. I have a couple of other rogue shouts though for later down this list.
Well, right here at the bottom.
I have AJ Passionis. I think has to be a top 10. AJ Passionis. Like the run he's been on, he beat what's his name, Quarto, and he beat that kid away. He just beat that kid. Jiang Li. Yeah, like those are 2 really good wins.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that Quarter win was at flyweight. Does that count for?
Yes.
No, it does not.
Lightweight.
It does not. It's not that division.
I mean, the other wins were definitely at 108 though.
What
I
else?
don't know. He's been fighting good opponents in 10 and 12 rounders for about a year and a half.
It depends on who else we're discussing here for these last 2 places.
I've got Sergio Mendoza. Sergio Mendoza Cordova.
Who else is in the running down here? I guess it's like an anomaly to talk about like a champion that probably not probably, he should not be world champion. But
look, Panya Pradbury if we're going off fights at 108, he's had one. He's weighed in at 108 once in God knows how long, and he got pummeled. Like, he hasn't won a real fight since the Norihito Tanaka rematch in August 2023. I don't think we should rate him.
Yeah, because I mean, I was thinking that Jason Vason because he beat Takeru, didn't he? But I think his last fight was a flyweight, so that doesn't body help.
So are we thinking Passion is at 9?
Yeah, it's just like not great at the bottom. I mean,
I'm gonna say something that you might not like.
That's not rare.
You know, that's actually not. Actually, don't worry, because that was for a flyweight title. I've just checked, so don't worry. I was going to
So
say
you've prolonged me getting annoyed. Yeah, go ahead.
the kid that got robbed against Owen Soto, but no,
yeah.
Ira Noriega maybe.
I mean, I do have him top 10 in mine. He's number 10 in mine, Noriega.
I'm fine with Noriega at 10.
I mean, he did just get iced, but you know, it's a very fair
The
division.
Villar win was good.
Yeah, he has some decent wins in the division, and he's not bad. He's not a bad fighter. He just came up against someone better and got iced. Unfortunately, good fight, but that's a different discussion.
All right, so we're good with this.
Yeah.
We got Masamichi Ibuki, Carlos Canizales, Shokichi Iwata, Sivanethi Nanshinga, Danon Simsuri, Christian Araneta, Eric Rosa, Reggie Suganab, Arvinjan Pasionis, and Jairo Noriega.
That's good enough. Flyweight. Number 1, I have Kenjiro.
Kenshiro.
I think we agree. Number 2, Akui. I think we agree. Akui's been a solid fighter. I think we agree on that.
I can't wait for that unification.
Yeah, that's going to be mid-March or mid to late March. March is a good month, man.
Well,
especially in Japan.
January is not.
You know who I put number 1? Galao.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah.
I feel like he does deserve to be in this top section.
I mean, I had him number 1 because I mean, I had Sonny Edwards.
This is where I think he should be.
I had Sonny Edwards number 1, and I mean, as good as Kenshiro did look, I mean, I didn't have Christopher Batales anywhere near my top 10. I mean, I'm not arguing with him number 1 because I think he's the best in the division. But
yeah, it's like a rare occurrence where we're gonna
like I base like my divisional ranking more resume than like how good you are, really.
But like, is that resume based on the name or what they actually did?
Both, or probably like 65 name, 35 performance.
Because like it was.
I feel like it would be pretty odd looking to see Kenshiro not be up here, knowing like what he is. But if we're accounting everything, he probably is somewhere down here.
Because I never usually like throw someone who's moved up in their first fight at number 1 unless, like, say like Inoue when he beat Fulton in his first fight, and that was a crazy performance. Not that I'm arguing against it, just put it out there. Like, if he'd have moved up and fought and did to Sonny Edwards what Galao did, I would have stuck him straight at number 1.
So you don't agree with this right here?
I don't agree, but I don't disagree. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Fine with Kenshiro being a number one.
I do think Yafai does deserve his credit up here, though.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely top three. I mean, I would have him above Akui, but
I think I would too.
I'd have him above Akui.
I when I was doing this last night, I didn't have Galaga in my top 5.
Ah,
I'm not gonna lie.
you're just a
He's
hater.
gotta be.
Okay.
Look, he
Number
beat
4, and I'd have Olasquaga next.
What do we think about for number 4?
Oh, he's gone.
Fucking God, bro.
made me backstage.
Come the
It
fuck
pushed.
on.
What? I didn't do anything. It just pushed me backstage. It just said you're backstage. The host, only the host can see you.
Okay.
Well, now you two don't have any profile pictures on my screen.
On my screen, Taj doesn't, but
Okay, well, good thing it's recorded by me. So come on.
okay. So number 4, I think has to be Olasquaga.
Yeah, I have. What's going on?
Number 5, I have Felix Alvarado.
Felix. Felix. I mean, yeah, sure. I have no problem with Felix Alvarado.
I think this is where I
For
want to
me,
think here, I assume.
I'll just give my reasons for having him above Ayala. 1, he beat Ayala. I don't care what the judges say. And 2, he's had equal, if not better, competition than Ayala since then. Like, Ayala's fought David Polinario, who was very untested. Alvarado's fought Tobias Reyes, and to me, they're a very similar level of fighter. If not, Reyes is a little bit better. But anyway.
This is fine with me. I do think Alvarado got robbed pretty badly.
Yeah. Number 7, Ricardo Sandoval for me.
Yep.
It's fine. I feel like I haven't seen him fight in so long.
You fought Acosta like a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago. Sorry.
Oh, it was longer than that.
Yeah,
That
it
had
was
to be
July.
like that. Yeah, that had to be like July.
Was it?
I mean, he's on a pretty decent one. He beat
That was
Yava
July.
Sandoval
What?
and Petrarco, and then stopped Costa in the 10th round.
I don't understand why he rematched with Trago, like at all. I don't get it. But
That was July.
Yeah.
What? That feels like a few weeks ago. My head's gone.
that was Zapata Cabrera card.
Jesus. 8. I have Artem Dalakian.
Yeah, I was about to say. I assume.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't. Again, he's another inactive fighter that's probably going to soon not end up being right here. But
He's probably retired and he just hasn't announced it yet because there's been literally no news.
it's almost been exactly a year since he fought and lost to Akui.
Look, it's been 2 years since he's had a win at this weight.
Maybe we need to have the discussion right now.
Against David Jimenez. And that's a fight he could have lost.
Live scoring, and I was there, so it's like distorted a little bit. But I had that fight a draw.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, he could have lost that fight on the. Oh, that was the Vitaly Yard card.
Vitaly Yard on the card, yeah. What a random fight to have that on the card.
I mean, that's a good win.
That is, especially considering what he did to Scrappy.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna say Jimenez was drained of flyweight.
I don't know. Maybe.
Just so I don't have to give Dalakian. So I don't have to give Dalakian credit. Jimenez was drained.
If you want to take him out, you can take him out, but I'm not.
I mean, he's not inactive. Well, I mean, he is inactive. It's been a year, hasn't it?
Yes.
Because,
Yeah, we might have to have discussions. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He's got to go, blood.
Yeah, he's gone. Kiyoguchi.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like Kikuchi ends up somewhere down here at the bottom.
Francisco Rodriguez as well, maybe.
Yeah.
the problem with Chihuahua is he's not. I mean, I know he's going to get a title shot. He's not actually fighting at flyweight.
Yeah, yeah. His
I feel
last
like what's
flyweight fight was January 2023, and he missed weight
And
for it.
he didn't. Neither of those made weight.
Yeah.
it feels weird not to rank him, and it's not like we're gonna rank him as a super flyweight. I feel like
Nope.
because he's not.
So if
Okay,
he's
just
ruled
gonna have
out,
to. Just gonna have to miss out then, I guess.
is Jackson Chalke there?
Well, with all these weight omissions like Delakian and Chiwa, he might have to.
I say that
Someone like him.
because if you look at his recent record, the last time he lost at flyweight was in 2013. He's got a draw with Famulele Cafu at flyweight, and his last loss was a split decision at 115 against Famulele Cafu.
But also with Delakian, he also has not fought in a year.
Yeah,
Even though
but
he's
like he
on
won.
the win.
He won that fight though.
I feel like a year is cause
He
for
won.
inactivity.
But he won. Like it's not like it's 2 years since he's won a fight.
Still a year of inactivity. Again, if we're not ranking
Yankee or
Delakian
Rivera?
and Chiwa, then
That's a bit different. Like I don't know. Yankee or Rivera? Would you put him there?
I don't even think of him as a contender. But again,
We beat Victor Sandoval. That was a good win.
yeah.
He's beating good. He's beating good guys, man. Like Andy Dominguez was okay. He's like Dominguez is a decent fighter. He got hurt in that fight, but Dominguez is a decent fighter. Victor Sandoval was a good fighter, and that Angel Gonzalez, he ran through him. Like I think there's a case for him to be fringe top 10, especially if they're like ruling all these other guys out.
How's that? That's gonna look weird because I thought he would have ended up lower than this, but he's probably gonna have to end up here, and then I guess that. It just
So
looks weird because I feel like Chiwa's name should be right here.
yeah,
It should, but he needs to fight the way.
that's Taki Kurihara again. At 10.
No.
Like
Again,
it's
he
really
has
weird.
good wins, but they're not any recent at all.
It's really weird. This like does that Charon fact get in? Because he's beat Kenzo Hatanaka this year and had a split with Akui.
I'm trying to like make sure we didn't like miss anybody because it like this feels so weird at the bottom.
Transnational. I'm checking transnational right now. I've had Boxrec open, but it's just if we're ruling guys out for inactivity, like who else is there? Sonny Edwards is retired. Well, transnational have David Jimenez ranked at flyweight, so I don't.
Yes, and do you know what? That's so annoying. Every time I do flyweight, he's in there, and then I do super flyweight, he's in there. Take him out of flyweight, he's not a flyweight.
They treat him like Tanaguchi and rank him in like multiple divisions.
Yeah, and Taniguchi, that they didn't even spell his name right. His first name, ages.
Masataki? What do they call it? It's
It would be really, really good if Ring could, update their rankings and not leave it for like 2.5 months. But anyway, see, Ring have in the Rodriguez. I don't know. Ring have Rodriguez rated in the top 10.
I feel like we have to either ignore.
I put Charon back in there.
We have to ignore either Schalke's inactivity, think that beating Hatanaka and losing to Akui is enough for top 10, or we know that Chiwa's a flyweight and he's just fighting above the weight for this anomaly here.
That makes him not a flyweight. We can't rank him. He's not fighting a flyweight.
Okay, well then we're going with.
Then what's better, Charon Fak or Chalke? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I guess this is what we're doing then.
Charon Fak, because Hatanaka's better than Casey Kademi. So Charon Fak. There you go. God.
I don't particularly agree with the Chiwa situation, which is just a rarity. It's not really going to happen with any of these other weight classes, but yeah. Are you fine with this?
It's just the bottom half of these weights get very, very weird. Don't know.
All right. We got Kenshiro Taraji, Galal Yafai, Siguyuri Akui, Anthony Olasquaga, Felix Alvarado, Angel Ayala, Ricardo Sandoval, Hiroto Kiyoguchi, Yankel Rivera, and Thananchai Cherunfak.
Look, I mean, it's fine up until 8. Then it gets a bit, yeah.
1 and 2 are easy here. Just put them in at the Superfly. 1 and 2 are very easy. We don't need to waste time talking about that.
Oh yeah. Obviously. Yeah. I'm sorry.
He's not getting ranked, by the way, because
he's definitely not.
He hasn't won a fight at super flyweight since since Julio Cesar Martinez. Hasn't won a fight at flyweight in nearly 3 years. Oh, sorry, super flyweight in nearly 3 years, Chocolatito.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
There we go, Fernando Martinez. Number 3, I have Ioka. Don't know about you.
I mean, I still rank Strider at number 3, but I mean, he hasn't won a fight at super flyweight in a while.
I haven't got Estrada ranked because he's moved up.
Look, he's still there currently, technically.
Okay, man, we're putting all these asterisks. They're moving for certain fighters, and that's what I don't like here.
Technically, he's ranked himself at bantamweight in the sanctioning bodies. He's reclassified, so I'd have him as a bantamweight right now. And he hasn't won in God knows how long as well since 2022.
He hasn't won since December of 2022. I'm not putting Estrada in here.
4, I guess you've got to have Cafu. I guess.
No. Carlos Cortez. Definitely not. There's not in any world am I putting Cafu above Carlos Cortez.
Yeah, no, I was about to say.
And then you can have Cafu.
Can I just say something?
Hello.
Quadras fought in December at 119 pounds, and his last win was in 2023 in November.
Ooh, bloody Mexicans.
He's literally in the last year fought an 8-rounder at 119 pounds. And he didn't even look good in that fight. He lost 2 rounds. I watched it live. It was on the Curiel. It was in the Curiel fought a Cuban. on a Box Star show or something, and he lost a couple of rounds of that fight. He looked washed, and it was at 119.
It was a bantamweight fight. Okay, Cafu it is. But I don't even know. What is he even doing? Is he coming back down or is he staying at bantamweight?
It's so weird. He beat Guevara for the interim title, vacated the interim title after he pulled out the Maloney fight, and has done absolutely nothing since. So who knows?
Maybe he's going to retire.
I don't know. Tanaka at 5, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, most people had him winning against Cafu.
Yeah, that Cafu fight was close enough where I don't want to call it a robbery, but I thought Tanaka won. If that makes sense.
Yes. I mean, I only had him winning by a point anyway.
Yeah. Seven, well, 6, sorry. Next, I'll have Guevara.
Yeah.
I guess that works.
Pedro Guevara. Yeah, next. I got David Jimenez next.
Yeah,
Well, I would have David Jimenez next.
I agree with you. David Jimenez. That works. Next, I have. It's weird super flyweight because it really tails off a bit here. I would have Suzumi Takayama next. I don't know about you. That's who I'd have.
He is officially rated. I know that.
Is that what we're going with?
I don't think.
Just,
I mean, there's not a lot that you can have Garcia or Perez or they're the same person. Garcia Perez, isn't it? 'Cause it's Calixto Bibiano. So Garcia / Perez or Bibiano or Calixto or whatever name you want to use for them. But I have them 9 and 10, and then
Look,
I have
I still rank. Oh, it just falls off so bad. I still rank Andrew Maloney in the top 10.
that's what we're going with. Here.
I don't know, man. You could have him. I just think Takayama pummels him though. To be honest, like.
Yeah, but what's his best win? Chiba.
What's
30 years ago.
Maloney's best win? Norberto Jimenez
Should be a TKO 2 win over Franco.
Yeah, I mean, and he was reasonably competitive against Guevara. That was like an 8-4 type of fight. That made the list. I mean, it wouldn't have been on the list if it wasn't competitive.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I guess that's fair. I can't have Takayama below Perez or Bibiano, though. That's one thing I can't do.
Well, I mean, in the rankings I did, there was some of the people that had the admission, so I don't have either of those, but they kind of have to be in now because we have no one else.
Takayama's better than both, so Takayama next for me, and then whatever one you thought won the fight. At 10. Because I think it's weird. Those two aren't world level for me. They aren't near world level. But
do they need to be ranked in the top 10? I don't think they do.
I don't think they do, but we're making random omissions, so we have to fill in. We just have to move people up.
Who else do you want to put in there? Angelina Cordova. Or
no,
actually, Kenben Torres. Kenben Torres is there.
It's like, what are we doing?
I'm deadly serious. Kenben Torres is there. Not that Raymark Gabayo in a round and then beat KJ Casaraga. Kenben Torres is there.
What weights were those fought at?
One was at Bantam, one was at Superfly. The most recent was at Superfly.
So,
Well, one of those doesn't count then. Look, stick in, I don't know, Malajika. He's doing his thing.
Malajika,
this
Jesus.
is disgusting.
Pete Marcel Braithwaite, what are we doing?
He just stopped Yakibo
This is what we're
as well.
leaving. This is it right here.
You know who couldn't stop Yakibo? Tanaka.
Oh,
He had a life and death with Tanaka.
Exactly. That made the
Yeah.
list. But then again, who doesn't have a life and death with Tanaka?
Because he's way over.
that was still on the list.
Yeah.
All right.
Put
Here we
Malajika.
go. We're really going with Malaj.
Yeah, put Malajika.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I mean, he has some solid wins, and it obviously gets terrible at the bottom of some weights, most weights.
All right. Go with for super flyweight, you have Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Fernando Martinez, Kazuto Yoka, Fumalele Kafu, Kosei Tanaka, Pedro Guevara, David Jimenez, Andrew Maloney, Suzumi Takayama, and Ricardo Malajica.
I mean that's really not bad. Like 1 to 7.
Yeah, we're gonna say that how many more times? 12?
Yeah, at least. Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Shinto Nakatani.
Yeah.
And then, well, Nishida. Do we
Nishida,
all agree Nishida second?
Yeah.
Then
Nishida
Satsumi.
say Satsumi for 3.
Then
Four. I have Takuma anyway.
I logged my phone. I have to look.
Oh.
But yeah, I think that just sounds right.
Takuma Inoue is better than Yoshiki Takai. Who I have at number 5. 6, Daigo Higa. I don't think you can rate Daigo Higa any more than 1 below Takai. Because that fight was so close.
Who else would be around here?
Takai's at 6. Higa's at 6, man.
Jason Maloney, maybe.
7, I have David Queller. I'm fine with Maloney there, though. But then again, with Maloney, he's beat Astrolabio, years ago. And that's it.
Well, we beat Sal Sanchez early last year.
I don't think he did beat Sal Sanchez, though.
Well, I did a draw.
So you don't think he beat Sal Sanchez, though?
Well, I mean, he could have won. There was some close rounds.
We
He
did
could have
win,
won.
so yeah. I guess that's fair. But then again, Sal Sanchez,
I guess this is where we have to think about people like this.
Number 9, Tenchi Nasukawa. No, Tenchi Nasukawa.
Not doing that.
Well,
Tenchi Nasukawa, man.
No.
rank Antonio Vargas.
If you want to rank Antonio Vargas at 9,
We're not putting tension in here.
if you want to rank Antonio Vargas at 9, Tenchi Nasukawa's dealt with his best win.
Not at 9.
Well, Dan just said he is. Tenchi's a top 10 bantamweight.
Oh, I'm saying, are we packing up Emmanuel Rodriguez? Is that what we're?
Yes, because he's. What's he been doing? Pulling out of eliminators.
This is filthy.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Antonio Vargas did beat. Maybe he destroyed Jonathan Rodriguez.
But you also got dropped by him multiple times.
Just once.
I can't have Emmanuel Rodriguez in a list when his only win in the past 2.5 years is Melvin Lopez, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I mean that's one. I don't
Yeah.
even rank him really.
It's Tension and Vargas, however you want to have them. I have Tension above him, but if you want to rank it the other way, rank it the other way.
It's definitely not happening. I don't
mean-
even. I honestly don't agree that Tension is in this top 10. But
Look at the way he blitzed Rodriguez, though.
he is just not.
Look at the way he blitzed him, though.
That's cool.
No one's done that. Like he destroyed him.
Yeah, he did.
Sure.
He destroyed a legitimate top 15 guy, and ran through him.
You're fine with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Junta Nakatani, Ryosuke Nishida, Seiya Satsumi, Takuma Inoue, Yoshiki Takei, Daigo Higa, Jason Maloney, David Cuellar, Antonio Vargas, and Tenshin Nasukawa.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh man, this one's hard, man. I don't know.
Number one, I have the lineal champion.
All right, next featherweight.
Marlon Tapala's next for me.
One second. Yeah.
I have Tapala's next, man.
Then, so that could be like this then.
MJ Akhmadliev. Lewis Neri at 4. Alan Picasso at 5, I think. I think he's better than Goodman, and I think he's got a better win than Goodman in Crazy O. That's a better win than Reese Aleem for me.
Sure. I guess
Don't know
now
about you.
we have to think about Goodman here then. Or if we have any other.
I don't have Goodman at 6 either. I have
No.
Goodman at 7.
Name the
So I have
people.
Real Casemiro at 6.
Yeah.
I have Goodman above Casemiro because he is not a serious fighter.
I'd argue that Sam Goodman isn't a serious fighter either. But
At least he makes weight.
yeah, but he turns down fights and he gets stopped by Brad Strand in sparring. And
That is irrelevant to anything. That means fuck all.
getting blocked by Brad Strand is a big red flag.
Look, if that could mean less than anything, it does.
8, I have Ramon Cardenas. I think he's been on a really good run. Don't know about you. Ramon Cardenas. Or however you say it.
Definitely not how you just said it.
Words, man. Cardenas, or however you say it. He's a Pro Box legend.
I guess the discussion near the bottom here is going to be like
Shabazz
Peterson, Masood, and people like that.
I have Masood at 9. I think that win over Liam Davis is very good. I think the win over Jack Bateson was an exceptional performance. And I think Shabazz Masood is one of the better fighters at this weight class. I'd pick Shabazz Masood to dog walk Sam Goodman. And I mean dog walk him, like absolutely batter him.
Discussion
got the
to be
wins.
done.
Shabazz Masood ain't got the wins, but he's a very, very good fighter.
I guess this by default might mean this just to go here.
I think Shimmer Miyachi is better than Elijah Pierce. I don't think Elijah Pierce is very good.
Just I know you like your like fantasy fights where we have to account like for everything going on here. I know
Yeah,
there's some Japanese fighters you really love. You love how they fight. Doesn't mean they're automatically top 10 fighters.
right. And almost getting cleaned out by Arthur Villanueva a couple of fights ago
This
makes you feel
doesn't just
good.
apply to this. I'm just saying like it's
Like
not
like
who you think would
Arthur
be
Villanueva nearly
fighter.
knocked this kid out recently, holding him for dear life against Arthur Villanueva. Like, is that what we're doing? If that's what you want to do, that's what we can do. But okay.
Damn.
Well, would you rank someone who's still at Japanese level in the top 10 of a division? I mean, you can.
What type of level is Elijah Pierce at?
I'm not arguing about Elijah Pierce. I'm just arguing about Shimano Miyachi.
I
Is
think
is it between these two fighters or do we have
for me,
anybody
it's
else?
between those two. Yeah.
Someone flip a coin. It doesn't really matter with those two.
I'll give you Shimamachi.
It's
But
just
I just don't like no. But Pierce isn't any type of special fighter, but I don't think we could keep just ranking.
if you want to
Japanese.
put Pierce in, put Pierce in.
That's
But
fine.
Well, I mean,
It's between one and two of them. So
this is the lower weights. I mean, there's going to be lots of Japanese fighters in them, and then we're going to rank no Japanese fighters for a while above a certain weight.
it might be above this weight.
Maybe. I mean, they just fall off above 122, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. One we got Naoya Inoue, Marlon Tapales, MJ Akhmadaliev, Luis Neri, Alan Picasso, Sam Goodman, John Real Casemiro, Raymond Cardenas, Shabazz Massoud, and Toshiki Shimamachi.
I mean, that's not bad.
It's gonna look really bad once Inoue lets the belts fragment off.
I mean, well, maybe the division will get more competitive because none of them are being.
No, it'll turn into a worse like 154.
well, Nishida will come up, Nakatani will come up, Tatsumi will probably come up. It'll be fine.
Anyway, featherweight. Well, number one. I mean, I have Angelo Leo.
I have Rafael Espinoza.
Oh, brother. Okay. All right. That means I have to be the decider.
So deciding votes when you touch.
Leo over Luis Alberto Lopez, who was on a good run, or 2 wins over Robesi Ramirez.
Look, I mean, Leo was ranked number one when he got iced.
You mean Lopez?
Yeah, Lopez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say if he wasn't
Not
ranked anywhere like that, that's where I'm gonna.
He wasn't ranked number one by me. But okay.
Well, what by me?
That's fair. Number 3, I have Brandon Figueroa.
Hold on, let me have a look. I mean, what we can agree is those are the top two. Whatever order you want.
Yeah, those are the top 2, definitely.
These are the top 3 because this is my heartbreaker king right here. That's my goat.
Yes, yeah, I do have Brandon Figueroa number 3.
Number 4, Ray Vargas.
Yes, I do have Ray Vargas at number 4.
Which then I assume means this follows.
Yes, it does.
Luis Alberto Lopez at 6, I have.
Look, we had this discussion because I mean, yeah,
if there wasn't news about him,
he's probably not going to fight again. He's probably not going to fight again, even though
We're
I did
not-
rank him.
He says he's going to fight again, so I believe him.
Yeah.
If he does fight again, he won't be at championship level or a top 10 level.
Well, wait and see and find out. Maybe he's going to be great.
So
He
what
won't be great.
are we?
I think we're just going to put him in there just because.
I guess yeah, sure.
7, I have Robesi Ramirez.
Yeah.
Same with him. I don't know what his future is. If you're,
I don't. I mean, that rematch was really bad. Like bad.
8, I have Shusha.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should rank Robesi above Lopez.
well, because he kind of got upset. Well, they both got upset, but
Because at least one's probably actually going to fight again.
Do that. I was like, that's fine for me.
And then Bruce Carrington.
Actually, forget that. I don't have Shusha at 8. I've messed that up. I've messed that up. I have Mirko Cuello at 8.
Well, I do have Marco Cuello in the top 10. So if you want to put him there, Chin, that's fine. There's not much
I would
between
say
the bottom
not
three, is
only-
there?
I'm going with Quayle. But
I'd say,
I don't even believe Carrington beat Sagawa. So.
yeah, that's what I was saying. For me, Mirko Cuello beat Sagawa, and then Sagawa beat Villa, and then Carrington, and then I put Carrington 9, Sagawa 10. Because
Sagawa.
it's either Sagawa or Trinidad at 10. And because I thought Sagawa beat Carrington, I have Sagawa. But Omar Trinidad is right there.
It's only between those two fighters we're thinking about.
On ability, not resume, Dayan
So
Gonzalez.
I see
no.
people with like a Doheny in theirs, but he hasn't really done much.
What?
This
I've
is the wrong
said-
division.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know. I mean, it's been no.
Otabek Kolmatov?
I mean, I have Kolmatov in my top 10, but he hasn't fought in a while, and he did just lose.
Yeah.
I think if it was between the two we said, I think this would be my vote.
But I like skill. I think he's better than.
Yeah. On skill, I'd have Otabek Kolmatov ranked number 4 or 5.
But on the mixture of skill and resume,
Yeah. He's not there. Omar Trinidad's fine. He's active. He's got good wins.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't have any arguments for that, to be honest.
All right. One, we got Angelo Leo, Rafael Espinoza, Brandon Figueroa, Ray Vargas, Nick Ball, Robesi Ramirez, Luis Alberto Lopez, Mirko Cuello, Bruce Carrington, and Omar Trinidad.
Oh, anyone arguing for Stephen Bowen in the top 10?
Absolutely. Stop right now. You're
Sorry.
you're outside of your mind if we're discussing that.
Well, so I have put Oshaki Foster at number 1, but that's might be disagreeing with that, actually. I don't really look at this division that much. Never
I
at
think?
number 1.
Navarrete number 1. And if we are going off what have you done for me recently? Yeah. Robson Conceição is the number 2 super featherweight in the world. Because in my opinion, well, he did draw with Navarrete and he did beat Oshaki Foster the last time they met. In my opinion. So I have Robson Conceição at number 2.
Hold on. I check my scorecard. I can't remember how I scored it. What day did I? Oh, I had it a draw.
So would you agree that drawing against Navarrete and Conceição, or Navarrete and Foster, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, but he clearly lost the first
thought-
Foster fight, though.
Okay. Conceição 3 then. Number 4, I have Eduardo Sugar Nunes.
Yeah, well, I have Lamont Roach, but you're definitely going to disagree with that. Because you hate
Eduardo
Lamont
Sugar
Roach.
Nunes is. What's more impressive, beating Rakhimov or a gift decision against Hector Luis Garcia? That's over a year old.
Look, is that win even on his resume?
Yes. Yes, it is. Nunes is undeniably a better fighter and has a better win. I don't know what we're doing there.
Yeah, I don't see it on his resume.
What are we doing here? It was an IBF final eliminator.
IBA Pro Cook. I hate that so much.
It
It's
made the
not on his
list.
resume.
It made the list, so it counts.
Look, if we're saying Dusmatov is not fighting at minimum weight,
It was an IBF eliminator. That's totally separate to an IBA pro title fight. It's a totally different thing.
but it was an IBA Pro title fight.
No, it wasn't. It was an IBF final eliminator. There was no IBA pro title on the line for that fight.
Yeah, but it was an IBA Pro fight.
But it was an IBF final eliminator.
Take it up with Boxer and IBA.
I'll take it up with the IBF.
Yeah, go take it up with the IBF.
Lamont Roach is moving to 135 anyway. We shouldn't be counting them.
He hasn't moved there yet.
He has. He's got a fight sign though.
But no, it might not happen.
It shouldn't fucking happen.
Who would win, Nunes or Roach? Who's got a better win, Nunes or Roach? Who's more active, Nunes or Roach?
Well, you don't have Roach in here, period. So, like, anything you say about Roach is just like
Nunes is better than Roach, though.
we could argue. We could argue about
He's
Roach being
undeniably a better fighter than Lamont
other
Roach
contenders, but you don't have him in your top 10 at all.
because he's a lightweight. He's fighting at lightweight.
Yeah, but we know he's definitely coming back down. He's still going to be champion.
That's irrelevant. There are rankings. They're not the WBA rankings. Nunes is better than Roach, man. Come on. If you want to rank Roach at 130, fine, but there is no way he's a better fighter than Eduardo Nunes. And you know it as well.
Well, Lamont, we don't hate you over here, man. I promise.
He's not better than Nunes, man.
We don't hate you we don't hate you over here, man.
You know he's not better than Nunes.
I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. So you got it.
Big ups, Miguel Mariaga and Oscar Escandon.
Shavkat Rakhimov is a better fighter. Shavkat Rakhimov is better than Lamont Roach. Actually.
Shavkat Rakhimov is washed and finished.
And he's still better than Lamont Roach is.
Right,
I have a feeling you don't like Lamont
this
Roach.
isn't a discourse about how much you hate Lamont Roach. We already had that.
Yeah, I will say that's the end of that. Let's start.
We had that.
We
had that in the rankings.
Kakachi's better than Lamont Roach.
We're not doing this.
I mean, look, I thought we'd already mentioned Kakachi. I have Kakachi top 4. I have Kakachi above Lamont Roach. I have Kakachi number 3.
Hold on.
I thought we already mentioned him.
So where do you think he should be?
Hold on. Oh, last week you were saying that Lamont Roach is definitely better than Kakachi.
Yeah, because I was ranking that more on skill. This is on resume.
He's not, though. He's not. He's not. Number 7. I have.
You got guys that are just coming off wins. I mean, losses. Like what Joe? I mean, what's Joe Cordina doing? I don't know. He's
Joe
about to
Cordina's
file.
announced to fight a lightweight. He's gone to lightweight. He's not.
Oscar Valdez might. I don't. He might retire. To be
Oscar
honest,
Valdez isn't in my top 10.
Masanori Rikishi.
I have Henry LeBron over Rikishi.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
I have Henry LeBron next. I think he's a really good fighter.
Spell like LeBron James.
I think Ray Ford's up there. And I think Hayato Tatsami's up there as well. I think those two, one of those two has to be in the top 10.
Hold on.
Ford has just got the Orlando Gonzalez win, and then what? Somebody just had the Alvarado. Because that's his first. It's literally just be super impressed with Alvarado's the Alvarado performance.
Look, I mean, I still have Oscar Valdez in mind, even though we just got stopped.
You put Batagaziev up there? I don't know.
But Valdez above LeBron.
I don't think he's better than LeBron.
I mean, I do have him above LeBron, but I mean, he did just get stopped, but he does have better wins.
I think if this wasn't like a recent thing, then
look,
he's just coming off getting stopped, and that was a bad beating. But then again, Navarrete would do the same to Henry LeBron.
All I'd say is Oscar Valdez, in his last 6 fights, has only beaten Adam Lopez and Liam Wilson.
Well, Liam Wilson arguably should have stopped Navarrete. He had a very long count. But then he did get stopped. Yeah, I mean, he had a chance to stop him after nearly stopping him and didn't.
I think he lost clearly to Conte Sal, lost clearly to Stevenson, got battered by Navarrete twice, had a very competitive fight with Lopez. I don't know. I mean, I'm not.
I think he could be in the top 10 because I just get so just bad at the bottom of these divisions. Because like you got a lot of them is just like a lot of them is just like the older guys that like have fought like loads of these top 10 guys that are still just hanging around, or is it like newer guys that don't have those good wins but probably like, have more left in them?
I'll tell you what. What's that? I don't know. Is that Charlie Suarez when it could win? I don't know. I guess that's about right. I don't mind Oscar Valdez being in, but I'm not mad for it. Batagaziev has only had one fight at 130 though, and that's the thing.
Ford as well.
Ford has only had one fight at 130. Who's better? Like, I think Ford's a better fighter.
Yeah, Ford is way better.
But he's who did he fight again?
Orlando Gonzalez.
Is he better than John O'Carroll?
I mean,
exactly. See, this is the thing. Like,
are either good? I mean, look. I mean, Orlando Gonzalez. I mean, he's okay. What I saw from him, he's okay. John O'Carroll. I mean, he's John O'Carroll.
What about this year?
I think that's fine.
I mean, yeah, we can't spend ages on this division anyway. That's about as far as you're going to get, really.
All right. Yeah.
There's about 7 or
Emmanuel,
8 guys that could be ranked between 7 and 10 though. Like, it's that type of division.
all right. Emmanuel Navarrete, Shaki Foster, Robson Conte Sal, Eduardo Nunez, Anthony Kakachi, Lamont Roach, Oscar Valdez, Henry LeBron, Masanori Rikishi, and Raymond Ford.
I mean, that's not bad. Like,
This is really annoying because both the top guys aren't good at lightweight.
These resumes stink. But
I think
well,
Shakur's
let's.
better, but Davis probably has a better resume.
Yeah.
So it's either. I don't care.
Oh, I got Javante number 1.
sure.
Honestly, I don't
Oh,
care about either of these fighters anymore. They're getting to the point where I just can't be bothered with them. Like, I watch them when they fight each other. They just, it's terrible. I have Lomachenko at 3.
I mean, I ranked Lomachenko at number 2 because I could have beat Haney, I guess. But I mean, is he even coming back?
Yeah, that's why I ranked him at 3. I think he did beat Haney, but
Because I
at
have him
least
ranked
he
at number
was in the
2
fight.
above Shakur. Just because, I mean, he only has like 3 fights. Flyweight. What do you got? Yoshino, De Los Santos, and Haratinya.
You won't
I mean,
see
Lomachenko
me.
is
You won't
better, isn't it?
see me mad at it.
I mean, he looked good against Yoshino. Didn't do anything against De Los Santos, and he looked okay against Haratinya.
You will
I'd
not see
put
me mad at that.
Lomachenko above him. Yeah. This is the thing with Shakur, man. Like,
He can look so much better than he does, and it's just
and
annoying that he doesn't.
and if he wasn't an idiot and went to like this is the thing with Shakur, he's disappeared to get absolutely no exposure to box at 4 p.m. local time and 10 in the morning in the States to fight people like Joe Cordina and Floyd Schofield. Like, what you doing with your career? Stay at Top Rank where all these guys are. What you? But yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, but even when he was at Torrent, he was fighting on Thursday nights.
Because they were because he was kicking off and basically told him he was going to leave. Before then, they were like giving him everyone, Jamel Herring and Valdez and all these guys. Then he says he's going to headline him in Newark to get 1 million viewers. He was getting millions of viewers on ESPN Plus, yeah, and
Yes.
ESPN.
Yeah, he was.
The
Yeah.
Zone don't even have 1 million subs in the States. Like, what we doing here?
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
I have
that's a whole other story. But
I got Zapata next, even though we look terrible again.
I have Keyshawn Davis. I've been more impressed with Keyshawn Davis than Zabita, if I'm being honest.
Dodge. Or the designer.
It's going to be Zapata right here.
Because
Okay.
I mean, I don't have. I mean, I do have Keyshawn like high,
He'll end up being,
but not high.
He's not going in the top 5 of lightweight.
I think Zapata has had carefully selected opponents, a lot of whom are from lower divisions. And I think the first real test he's fought was Tevin Farmer. He scraped by him and got dropped.
Yeah, but with Keyshawn, I mean, he was bringing guys down. Because, yeah, but I mean, what like his best win is Lamos, I guess, and he destroyed him, but he kind of like brought him down, and he missed weight, and he couldn't like rehydrate properly either because he had to make the second day weigh in. For draws, I mean, he was brought down. And then who's his best win before that? Yigit or Burgos, maybe?
You get you bastard Sandal Martin. Anyway.
No. Well,
yeah.
that was like 10 years ago.
I'd have Davis next.
I mean,
Definitely. If you want to rate Zapata above him, rate him. But I'd have Davis next.
I have Berinching next, but who really cares? I mean, he only has like one good win, and that was against the 130 pounder.
Can I say as well.
This just doesn't look correct at all.
There's an argument. There's an argument that Sam Noakes is better than Dennis Brinchuk. I'm not going to make that argument, but there is an argument there if you look at common opponent.
Good, because I'm not listening to that argument.
And also Dennis Brinchuk had a life and death with Anthony Yiggett as well.
Yeah, he did.
More recently. But anyway,
But I mean, he still won 10 rounds of that fight.
I'd have Muratai next. I don't know about you.
I'm trying to figure out how to spell his name.
I'd have Tevin Farmer.
What year are we in?
I mean, I don't have Tevin Farmer in my top 10.
Tevin Farmer has looked really good against two other top 10 guys this year.
He lost to both of them.
He did, but he didn't win.
Who else is there? A lightweight.
De Los Santos.
Abdulayev.
De Los Santos is inactive. He hasn't fought in over a year.
Abdulayev. I mean, who else is there? Frank
I've
Ryan.
Abdulayev ranked, but lower. De Los Santos we can't rank because he's the inactivity thing. And when was the last time De Los Santos won a fight? That might have been during the Boris Johnson government. Genuinely. It was that long ago. When was the last time De Los Santos won a fight?
Valenzuela, probably.
I think it was Adorno.
It was Joseph Adorno. How long ago was that?
That was mid 2023.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the ring in over a year. We can't rank him.
I feel like my vote is going to probably end up being this right here. But it's who could have Martin, but he hasn't won since July 2023.
God no. And did he win?
No, I was there, and he did not.
Yeah. Floyd Schofield, not.
Oh my God! It might have to be Sam Noakes.
I'd rate Andy Cruz at 9, and then Sam Noakes at 10. But I'd have Tevin Farmer in my top 10 though, so it's up to you.
Farmer's not getting in here.
I think the Antonio Moran one's better than anything Noakes has done, really. And Strathon, taking Strathon out like that was good.
What about Maxie Hughes?
Hell no.
Maxie Hughes. Who's he beat recently? Cambosos garbage. Gary Cully garbage. And he did have a life and death with that journeyman.
He did, but he just come off a bad battering.
And I think Galahad beat him as well.
I mean, it was close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the Galahad getting appointed out to but lost in the fight.
Yeah, no.
All his decent wins. They're a while ago, outside of Gary Cully and getting robbed against
Gary Cully's not decent. Gary Cully's terrible.
You picked him to beat.
I guess we have to do this.
Hughes.
I didn't in the end.
You did in the video. That's all that matters.
Well, after this, it's either Noakes.
It's Noakes or Farmer.
Say Noakes, someone inactive, or a Japanese level.
There's no one in Japan. There's only who you gonna put in.
Shutsuki.
That's getting dropped multiple times by Sam Noakes is better than that. So is Tevin Farmer.
I don't know. What about? No, I don't know.
There's a rogue
Uh,
shout, by the way. There's a rogue shout.
how about? No, no.
How about Yadier Herrera?
I was gonna say Lucas Barty, but no.
Lucas Bardi, man.
Again,
Right.
another nasty.
It's
pop.
Noakes or Farmer. Yeah.
Put it's Nooks. All right, good. All right. Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, William Zapata, Keyshawn Davis, Dennis Baranchik, Raymond Marataya, Zaur Abdulayev, Andy Cruz, and Sam Noakes.
Yeah, I mean, this nose thing feels like when Mark Chamberlain was ranked in the top 10. I mean, he's better than Mark Chamberlain. But look, if Edwin De Los Santos wasn't inactive, he'd be in here. And Frank Martin's better than Sam Noakes. But he hasn't had a win in a while.
I don't think Frank Martin is better than Sam Noakes, to be honest. But okay. I think Noakes will surprise a lot of people.
Well, he's
And by the way, Frank Martin's negotiating fights at 140 now as well.
well, Sam Noakes is going to lose soon when he steps up, like all British fighters do. Well, most of them.
Yeah.
He'll probably lose before that.
This is
He'll
a
lose
mess.
before that. Who's number one? I don't know.
I have Lopez, but God knows, stick a pin in about 8 different fighters.
I mean, I do have Lopez, yeah.
He's gonna have to be.
Just because I don't know why.
This is one.
I was like, you can't be like resume. There's asterisks all over it.
Well, resume, I had him losing 2 of his 4 fights at 140 or 5 fights. I don't know how many fights he's had at
Haney just got ran over. Catterall is
Haney, I haven't even
leading
ranked.
the. That's what I'm saying. Like he's probably not fighting at 140 again anyway.
If you want to put Hitchens at 1, I don't know.
No,
I have Hitchens at 2.
I have Hitchens at 2 as well.
Then again, he lost to Lamos, man. Like this is the.
But that was
Oh.
still close. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, no, I had him beating Lemos by a point, but that's fine if you had him losing.
Hitchens 3. I have Catchwell.
I mean,
Even though I don't think Catchwell's very good, I'm at 3 on resume.
I mean, I have Devin Haney ranked, but you don't. Well, I have
That's
Devin Haney
fair.
at number 3.
That's fair if you want to put Haney there.
But if he ever fights again, he's supposedly coming back in. When did he say March?
PLK Prime.
Yeah,
I think Catchwell has to be at 4 then.
I have Catchwell number 4.
What's it like? Taro?
Paro. I have Paro at 5.
Power.
Then
Well, I think it's gonna be like a.
then Puyo. Paro 5. Puyo 6.
Player. And then like
Matias
Matias.
7. I think.
Matias. Yeah.
I've got a rogue shout for number 8.
Is it who I think it is?
Sean
Is it
McComb.
Andy? Oh. I don't have him ranked in my top 10.
Do you have Barboza ranked?
No.
Good. I do have Barboza ranked, but I have Sean McClone ranked 1 spot above him because he clearly beat him. But it's up to you. I'm not that strong on this, but I just think if you're going to rank Barboza, you have to rank McClone above him.
Okay. This is where probably Hirioka is gonna end up being.
I don't rank Barboza anyway because, he's not that good.
I don't have Hirioka ranked either.
I do.
I think he's really good, but I just think he beat an old man, washed up.
I mean, he wasn't washed.
He was shot to bits, man. Just because Rowley and O'Hara Davis are terrible doesn't mean that he wasn't washed.
Look, if he was washed, he would have been able to do that.
I just put Hirioka in if you want. Like I said, I think he's really good. I just don't rate that win particularly high. And that's all he's done. Well, actually, Jin Sasaki, who missed weight, is a good win.
Is Ryo gonna end up being down here at the bottom?
I do have him ranked number 10, yeah. Only really because he's a champion. I mean, his being a Cruz is not good.
I guess
Elvis
Hirioka, right?
Rodriguez.
Josh Taylor.
I do have Josh Taylor ranked. My bottom three is at 8, Taylor, Hirioka, and Valenzuela.
I think it's fine like this. Who'd you just say?
Valenzuela.
Oh yeah, Jose.
What,
And I
sorry,
don't even know what Josh Taylor's doing anyway.
I have a hot take.
You always have a hot take.
I think Sean McComb beating Arnold Barbosa is more impressive than Jose Valenzuela beating Isaac Cruz. Arnold Barbosa has got much better wins at 140, even though he is not very good. And I don't think Isaac Cruz is very good. He just beat a mentally disabled child to win his title.
Oh, that WBA run is disgraceful.
Disgusting.
Alberto Puello drug test failure. That lineage, man. Alberto Puello winning via robbery and then failing a drugs test. Rody Romero, Isaac Cruz, Jose Valenzuela. I mean, that's terrible. I'm not mad at Valenzuela, but I think McComb beating Arnold Barbosa is a little bit better. But okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to agree with that because it's basically my bottom three.
Okay, all right, for super lightweight, you got Teofimo Lopez, Richardson Hitchens, Devin Haney, Jack Catterall, Liam Paro, Alberto Puello, Subriel Matias, Andy Hirioka, Josh Taylor, and Jose Valenzuela.
Yep.
Okay.
Right here.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Good way to start it. Well, I have Ennis, Togas Stanionis, Todd.
I got Connor Bittner. This is disgusting. 140 and 147, like pre-COVID. Ooh, it was horny. I think Stanionis would beat Ennis, but again, it's not just about that. I'm gonna put Ennis at one.
All I'd say is I think Gabriel Mestre is better than Karen Tagazian.
I think all of them are ridiculously inactive.
It's mid. It's a middle, but yeah.
Oh, when Mario Barrios is in the top 5.
Yeah, I have a Mario Barrow next.
I think Norman smashing Santian's a bit more impressive than what Barrios has done, to be honest.
I mean, I have Norman 4 anyway, so if you want to stick him 3, it's fine.
That's fine.
Because I have Santian in my top 10, and I also have Rocha in my top 10.
So do I.
So like, there's like a lineage there, and I don't. And I also think if you're going to put Barrios here, you're going to have to put Ramos next to him, and I don't think Ramos is there. That Ramos draw, man, is really, really bad. Even though I think Barrios probably did enough to win, that's so bad.
Yeah. 5. Who do I have? I got Cody Crowley at 5.
Does he even fight?
I don't know.
He's inactive.
He's inactive.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time he fought. Was it?
It was probably Ramos.
God. This division is terrible.
It was, yeah. We both have a number 5. He needs to go.
Sasaki at 5. Ramos at 5.
Who do I have? I have Gearsov at 6. Oh, this division is not good.
Just put a pin in the division, man.
Oh my god.
Look, I don't know. Just stick. No, I was gonna say just stick Alexis Rocha at number 5. He did probably just beat Korea.
It's Santian then. Santian's better than Rocha though.
Yeah, I mean, I do have Santian ranked above Rocha.
Who's coming here at number? Who's a top 5 welterweight?
It's either Santian,
What about
um,
Sissoko?
Sasaki. Sissoko. Oh my god. Oh god. Just. Oh, this is so horrible.
We're going with Santian.
Santian. Giovanni Santian.
Which then
Then
I
put
guess
Rocha.
like a who would be around here?
It's either Rocha, Sissoko, Ramos, or Sasaki, isn't it? Then I guess you have to put Kirill next.
Yeah, probably Korea. I mean, I don't actually have Sasaki ranked top 10. But, you know, whatever, isn't it? Just put Kuriel, then put Sissoko, then put Giasov, then put Sasaki. That seems fine.
I do not know how to spell chakra.
Shakhram. Shakram.
This is so bad, isn't it? This is
let
terrible.
me just read it out so we can move on with our lives. Okay.
This is terrible.
All right, Jeron Ennis, Emetis Stanionis, Brian Norman, Mario Barrios, Giovanni Santillan, Alexis Rocha, Raul Curiel, Suleiman Sissoko, Shakram Giasov, and Jin Sasaki.
God. Apologies for having to listen to that.
Well, at least we got another chat popped up again. Took a while. Or did it? I don't know. I can't remember.
It's been since 120.
We had fun at 140. So.
Oh, yeah, we did have that. Here we go. Completely forgot him.
Yeah.
He's
one's unanimous.
Mixture.
One's unanimous, Taj.
Yeah, Bakram Murtazayev. Hell yeah.
You can just you can start typing now. Like Terence Bud Crawford. Number 2 is interesting because it's between Masmurov and Mitrozaliev for me. I don't know. Like, I was really impressed with Mitrozaliev against Zoo, but then it's like Kolke, and then like who did Masmurov beat, like Kurbanov? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think I'm going to go with Bakram.
I think Mitrozaliev at 2.
This is where the area of Madrimov, Fundora.
I think Madrimov's number 3.
Yeah, probably.
Because like he battered Kurbanov and did well against Crawford, and I think he's going to beat the number 4, which is Virgil Ortiz. Oh, Fundora 4.
I think people think that he like. I don't know how to explain it. I thought he like clearly beat Zoo. I know there's like the elbow, but like it was accidental. It's not like he meant to do it, and like he shouldn't have had his head there. I don't know what this.
But I've got a question: is Serhii Boachuk a better fighter than Tim Zoo? Because I don't think you can rate Boachuk above Ortiz because that was a close enough fight where the winner's fair.
I don't really think of that. Hold on.
But
Well,
it's
I do have Ortiz ranked above Boachuk.
so do I. But I'd have Fundora below both. I don't know. I'd have Fundora at 6 and then move the other two up. It's up to you.
I mean, Fundora has some good wins. I mean, he's not as good as most of these fighters, but he's just getting the wins. Like,
Who is?
on like skill, I mean, like Majimov is high. I mean, I don't rank Majimov that high in my rankings. I got number 5, just because.
It's Kurbanov and a loss.
No, it's Kurbanov in his debut, pretty much.
Michelle Sora. No, Michelle
And
Sora's
and
a good
Sora
fighter.
and Sora,
Yeah.
but like I think like Ortiz beating Boachuk. I thought he like actually won that fight. So even though it's close, he could have gone. I think that's a better win than anything.
I feel like Virgil
Majimov
and
has.
Boachuk should be stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, because well, anyway, we'll answer this question anyway with Majimov and Ortiz soon anyway. So
I think Majimov beats Ortiz.
he might do.
It's Majimov, Ortiz, and Boachuk for me are the like. They should be next to each other. Those three. I can't
What I'm
separate them.
saying is, you don't think unified world champion Fedora should be in the top 5 at all?
In other words, I don't think somebody that got poleaxed by Brian Mendoza 2 fights ago should be in the top 5. No, I don't.
Yeah, but he's come back and got some wins.
Won one fight in a very fortunate fashion, in a much less impressive fashion than somebody that had a life and death with Jack Holkai.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not as good as these guys. But like I'm saying, he got the wins.
But you also got a brutal KO loss to somebody that's Boachuk battered. And Tim Tszyu beat clear. Like it's one of those things. Like that Mendoza loss for me like puts loads away from Fundora.
See, because that's what I'm saying. Like 154, I mean, they're all like can beat each other.
I don't think Brian Mendoza can anymore. That's the point.
Oh well, he can't. He can't, but these guys can. Like on any given day, they could all beat each other. I think.
I don't think Fundora could.
I mean, he could. I mean, it's less likely than the other guys because he's not as good as them. But he's just effective. I mean, and you know, he was a brutal knockout waiting to happen. I mean, I'm surprised it took so long. But
also, he lost to Sergio Garcia. I thought he lost to Sergio Garcia. That was a very close fight, and I thought he lost it.
I think I just had him winning. I think I had him winning 7-5, but it was close.
But you look at what his contemporaries at 154 did to Sergio Garcia, i.e., the person I have ranked number 7, Yonis Teles.
Yeah, but that was like a couple years old, though. No, it's not the same guy.
Tony Harrison beat him much more clear right after.
Well, Tony Harrison is a good fighter. He just doesn't have the greatest chin or stamina. Like, he's a skilled fighter.
I also rate the Gonzalez win for Teles. I don't know. This is such a good division, man. It's such a good division. Like, anyone can beat anyone here. Like you say. I just don't.
Well, who do I have at number? I have Erickson Luna at number 7, but
Inactivity.
he's inactive.
And I thought Ramos beat him quite clearly.
Then I have Tim. Then I have
Ramos active.
Huh?
Is Ramos even active?
No, and he's fighting a middleweight. Ramos beat Johan Gonzalez in May and beat him in the 9th round, and a certain someone beat him in the 6th round or something. And now he's fighting Jason Rosario at middleweight.
Yeah, I mean, that was an interesting one.
Again, with
Erickson
all these
Lubin hasn't
omissions,
fought.
I assume people at the bottom will end up being like Conwell and Zayas and Zoo.
I have Charles Conwell number 10.
I don't have Charles Cornwell ranked. I think Charles Cornwell is beating up on bums, and the one time he got put in with a good fighter, he went life and death with Juan Carlos Abreu.
Look, he just had a really weirdly managed career.
And we all know why, because he chose to go with a certain someone when, other opportunities were available, and he chose to sign with a certain Irishman.
Yeah,
It's like, we all know why that happened.
but he's a good fighter.
He's a good fighter, but 27 years old and your standout wins life and death of Abreu.
Or a 2024 Nathaniel Gallimore.
Yeah, like, it's just... He's good, but it's like... It's just okay. You know? I don't know. I think you have to have Tellers in your top 10. That's one thing I won't shift on. Like, he is definitely a top 10 fighter. On resume and on skill, he's a top 10 fighter for me.
He did ice Sergio Garcia.
Lubin, I don't think you can have because I thought he lost his last fight, and that was in September 2023. Like, 15 months out. And I thought he quite clearly lost to Ramos.
This division is horrible at the bottom. Well, again, it's going to be like people we wouldn't even think about have to be pushed up because of inactive fighters. So instead of like Lubin and Ramos, it'll have to end up.
Zayas and Conwell was fine for me.
That's what I would say.
I'll tell you one guy. I don't think he's a top 10, but he's in the discussion for like the number 10 slot. Jorge Garcia Perez.
For beating,
He's been on a really, really good run.
For beating Abdu Kakarov and Rourke Knapp.
He's been on a really good run. So is Katsarakis. He's been on a good run. Like, they're not. I don't think they are top 10, but they're arguments for top 10.
That was my other. Was outside of what's his name?
Katsarakis.
Ramos, not Ramos. Who we just added? Zayas and Conwell would have been like Katsarakis and who you just said?
Garcia. Do you mean?
No, I think so. Yeah, I don't know.
Garcia Perez.
I think this is fine though.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Look, I mean, probably would have been Brandon Adams if he got the decision, I guess.
Brandon Adams he's one of these guys that's really, really good, but he's stupid.
He took 3 years out of the ring after being Boachop.
And then hugged the ropes against Katsarakis in a very close fight. Like yeah, you're fighting in a way that the judges aren't going to think favorably of. Like, you've got to know that. Someone's got to tell you that. But yeah. Now on to another. Oh God. Oh God.
Here, let me read out the 54.
Yeah, read them out.
Terrence Crawford, Bakram Redzaliyev, Israel Madrimov, Sebastian Fendora, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Sergey Bochuk, Tim Zhu, Yoenis Tejas, Xander Zayas, and Charles Conwell.
Oh God.
All right, a division that should be abolished.
Number one's pretty simple, I think.
Yeah. Well, is it? It depends.
I don't even think it is.
Well, I mean, I think it's simple, but I
It's
mean,
like 140.
I mean,
He's the
I
best fighter
obviously,
there. Or no, he's not the best fighter there, but he's the best
yeah,
proven
because
fighter there.
okay, so it's simple then because you do have that guy. I was thinking, do you have Anthony Joshua as a number one?
No, I have Yana Buchanan Canadian at number one.
Same.
I have
I was
Hamza
about to say
Shearer's at number two.
you guys are throwing me off there.
I
I
do
have
have
Hamza
Hamza.
Shearer's.
I also have Hamza Joshua as a number two.
But Shearer's and Anam Kanuni's runs are pretty much like it's only really Hassan and Dam that's better. Like that's a shot to bits and Dam. At number four, or
Three.
number three, sorry. I have Chris Eubank Jr.
I have Arizona Law. Chris Eubank Jr. Man, he's such an unserious one.
It's an unserious division. He belongs it.
Yeah, but
You can have
not a
Lara
three.
at three. I don't mind.
I have
I think
like I have all the champions above Eubank. I'm just saying that.
Dom is too.
I have Adamas at four, but you know whatever. It's just middleweight. I mean, who cares?
I'm not impressed. Adames is so woeful.
number six. I have Yoeli Hernandez. Because there's literally nobody else.
Sorry, I just was bamboozled. Who are you talking about?
Yoni Hernandez,
Another Cuban, obviously.
and the world champion, Yoni Hernandez.
Yolny.
Yeah, Yowen Lee. He takes another six knockouts. His best win is an undefeated Bryce Henry. Other than that, he hasn't beat anyone good.
Yeah, but it's middleweight.
We're done talking about that because I can't even find them.
Yoenli
Hernandez.
Hernandez. He won the world championships. He's 6-0, 6 KOs. He's fighting Lara, or he's mandatory for Lara. And he's going to knock out Lara as well. She's a much better fighter.
Let's get this disgusting mess over with, please. Jesus Christ.
Well, I have the Sultanov ranked at like 6.
Does he even fight?
Nope.
Not really, no.
I'm pretty sure he's on the inactive list.
He definitely is on the inactive list. But I haven't been.
Oh my god. We have to start talking about Shane Mosley Jr., you know that,
The Sultanov hasn't fought since the Julio Animos fight. Jesus. Oh my god, this division.
We have to start talking about
Shane Mosley Jr., Austin Ammo Williams, Aaliyah, and that French kid that beat Chikazian. That I can't even pronounce. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce Ngambe.
And Gamma Sengwe, yeah, I have him in mind as well.
But is he even fought?
Look, just stick Troy Eyes lane. It's all about Kyron Davis. He just got a good win. I have him in mind.
I think Hernandez has to be in there at some point. But, oh my god!
Does he?
This division is terrible.
He doesn't, and we're going to stop talking about it like right now.
Does he? You have a weird obsession with Cuban.
I have a weird obsession with good fighters.
They will just happen to be Cuban.
When he knocks out Eristandi Lara, we'll see.
This is where we put
Shane Mosley Jr. Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about.
I mean,
he's just
I don't
168 though.
I don't remember saying yes to that.
He probably is, but he's just 160. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible, 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 terrible. He hasn't fought a 160 since December 2023. He had one fight last year at 167.5.
Discussions about Aaron McKenna That's some,
We're not. See, this is what I mean.
This is nasty work.
Middleweight is so bad. Hernandez is better than Aaron McKenna, and he's got better wins.
Well, just put in Gamma Sengway.
Yeah,
We
he's
still
good.
got 3 places.
Etanosi, however you say his first name, Elia, the Italian one, the IBO champion. He's beaten Alexander Pavlov, Ismail Sek, Julia. He beat Alamos. First man to beat Alamos. That's a good win in middleweight terms.
Maybe Kyron Davis. I mean, he's just beat Elijah Garcia, who was ranked top 10 when he beat him.
Yeah, Kyron Davis. When was that?
And sometime last year.
Oh, this is so bad.
It was in June.
In June, that's fair enough. Oh my god, this is so bad.
What about Bentley?
Stand up.
Right.
Look, I rank him 10 in mine because I had Brad Paul's number 10 before that.
You had Brad Pauls as a top 10. This division needs to die.
Look, the division's bad. I mean,
So who else would be right here?
who we got?
Hernandez.
So Hernandez
Aaliyah's better than Bentley. Aaliyah's better than Bentley. I'm sorry. Aaliyah's got better wins. Aaliyah's beat guys like Alamos. He's better than Denzel Bentley.
Etanosa Oliha.
Yeah, he's better than Denzel Bentley.
I just want to get it over with. This is the worst division. This is the worst era this division's ever been in.
I mean, I think Aaliyah is like, I'm sure he's definitely ranked by both Ring and TBRB. I remember doing TBRBs the other day.
Ring don't update their rankings. So
Yeah, it's just
I don't know.
Yeah, Ring need to bring their website back.
What do you consider? No, you can't consider him, can you?
I was
going to say Bruno Sarac is technically a middleweight, but you can't consider him a middleweight anymore. Let's just move on, man.
Yeah,
I can't be.
Please, got number 1. We got Jonabek, Hamza Shiraz, Arizona De Lara, Chris Eubank Jr., Carlos Adames, Troy Isley. You take that one.
Well,
take that number 7, please.
Anuel and Gamma Sengwe.
Kyron Davis, Edenosa Aliha, and Denzel Bentley.
I don't know. What about Amber Williams?
I will
Actually,
never attempt to pronounce that name.
Not that bad.
Oh man, I have no idea who's going to be number 1 here.
Edgar Belango.
Yeah, of course.
Who do I have next? I got Mbili next. But, Toga's probably has a Glacier.
No, I have him Billy. He's got better wins. I have a Glacius at 3, though.
I have Caleb Plant at 3, though. Whatever.
I would have had him at 3 if he hadn't got dropped by a Florida man. If he hadn't got dropped in another life and death with a Florida man. Yeah.
But I do have a Glaciers 4, which, who do I have next?
5. Jesus Christ, God help us.
Are you messing with Saras here?
Yeah.
I mean, he did just beat someone I had a top 2. So, he did just kill him. I mean, I have him lower. But who cares?
Well,
I got Lester
we have like Lester Martinez.
I have Lester Martinez at number 5, but he didn't. Lester Martinez hasn't iced Munguia.
I have.
Okay.
I have Martinez 6.
Okay. Who do I have 6? Oh, someone.
Skull.
Yeah, I do have Skull. I mean, I have Skull and Shishkin back to back because that fight was terrible and it could have gone either way. So, if Skull is in your top 10, I mean, you kind of have to have Shishkin in your top 10, basically next to him.
I guess
9, I have Pacheco then.
I would just say it's probably going to be like Pacheco and Berlanga, or Pacheco and
Yeah.
whatever.
I'd rate
Pacheco.
Steven Nelson above Edgar Belanga.
Well, I mean,
I'd
anything to
also
get
rate Kevin Sadger above Belanga, to be honest. I think Belanga's a terrible fighter.
look, anything to get Edgar Belanga. I have Edgar Belanga in my top 10 just because the division's terrible. I don't care about anyone else.
Who
But
was
I
the
think-
one we were discussing? Steven Nelson.
Or Saja, whatever, anyone who can.
I think
Either one.
Nelson's there.
Look,
With
anyone
Belanga,
better. Anyone's better than Edgar Belanga.
I think he's getting a lot of credit for losing 120, 107. Like, he's not.
He deserves some credit. Survival credit. But
Look, I mean, he at least came to win and fought. I mean, he actually fought back. Unlike some people. Yes, I'm giving him credit for giving it a go. But I mean,
he actually did give it a go.
I thought I thought he'd get knocked out and dominated, and he got dominated, but he didn't get knocked out, and he tried.
He lost every round and got dropped. Like, yeah.
All right. Super middleweight, we got Canelo Alvarez, Christian Mbili, Alexis Iglesias, Caleb Plant, Bruno Saras, Lester Martinez, William School, Vladimir Shishkin, Diego Pacheco, and Steven Nelson.
How the hell is Hyman Gia not a top 10? Jesus.
Okay, let's go to number 3.
Don't get chinned by a non-punching French.
I think we can go to number 5 if I'm honest. I think the top 4 are really easy. At light heavy.
Who do I have my top 4? My top 4 is Batavia, Bivol, Benavides, and Buati.
Oh, okay.
He heard Buati and threw up in his mouth.
I have Morel above Barazzi, but the top 3 is the same.
Well, maybe Morel should have more than one win at light heavyweight than not the greatest performance against Torod.
I think, you know.
Look, he looked okay enough.
Life and Death is Craig Richards, who's terrible. A routine stink it out decision against not Adam Azim, Dan Aziz, who's gone on to lose to a journeyman and get a gift, and have a life and death with Lewis Edmondson. Who else he beat? Woody Hutchinson, who's not that brilliant. Best wins.
Look,
Craig, like it's a whole lot of European bums.
3 of those
How
guys
else
were
be in?
3 of those guys were ranked top 10 when Buati beat them.
Not by me.
Well, they were. Craig Richards was, Dan Aziz was, and
Craig Richards' best win. Craig Richards' 2 best wins are losses, by the way. No, like who's he beat?
That makes no sense.
People, no, it makes sense in the sense.
No,
that
it makes sense, but just obviously the way it's
Yeah.
said, his best wins are losses. That's not a
his
win.
best wins are losses. People only giving credit for allegedly giving Bivol a tough fight when Bivol beat him easily in first gear and running it relatively close with Buatsi.
Well, I don't necessarily think Craig Richards is a good win, but yeah, it's an
terrible.
okay win at least.
He's not. It's not a lucky draw with Chad Sugden.
He beat people.
He beat Bivol. Jeez.
No, not Bivol, people.
He beat Shaq and Pitters.
He
and then,
beat humans.
He beat Shaq and Pitters, and then nobody knows.
He's beat some fighters. I mean, he just
people
stopped.
with a boxing license.
Look, he stopped Boris crying,
Boris Cryer.
He had some success late against Willie Hutchinson.
Who's in
and
this
beat him
section? I assume like
didn't
a
beat Willie
vote stick.
I mean, not beat him, but had some success late.
Who's next up?
Albert Ramirez. The 6.
There's like a vote stick Ramirez. Again, he hasn't won really anything. Vote stick.
I mean, I have Ozzy next, but Albert Ramirez is fine.
I have Vosdik at 7, so that's fine for me.
What else we got? Your favorite fighter of all time, Callum Smith.
He's not a top 10 light heavyweight.
Look, I have him in mind, but it's not the best.
He's not a top 10 light heavyweight.
Like a Connor Wallace or a Katayev.
I have Iman Katayev next.
Sure.
9, I have Hot Rod.
Is that what we're going with? Hot
Scroll
Rod?
it down. Let me see something.
Or like, I don't know if Ali Ismailov's still active. He's not.
I don't have Ali Ismailov in. I have somebody in at 10 who I don't think either. Well, you've probably heard of him, but you wouldn't have considered him.
Say a Cuban, your neck's getting broken.
It's not a Cuban.
Okay.
Sharabutin Atayev. Just detonated off. I have him at 10. I have Sharabutin Atayev, who detonated off on Brian Suarez and stopped him inside 2 rounds.
We're going with Hot Rod at 9, aren't we?
I have Hot Rod at 9.
Why would Brian Suarez be a good win?
Because he equaled Bivell's achievement and dropped Lyndon Arthur once.
Never spilling. Hot Rod.
And then got stopped.
Yeah, but he gave it a go, and that's what matters.
Oh.
It's the back end of light heavyweight, man. Like, honestly, I'm happy as long as it's not Callum Smith or Anthony Yard. You can put Conor Wallace in there. You can put Zinad in there. You can put, I don't know, Naji Lopez in there. You can put Michael Eifert. Has he fought recently?
I don't know, but he's in mine.
Jesus, he's fought 1 6-rounder since Pascal.
You see the weights for that recent fight he had? Eifert?
No, I'll look now. I'd say. Oh, what? What?
Eifert was 175 and 3/4, and he fought a 12-4 Carlos Jimenez, who was 164.5 pounds.
Oh, brilliant!
I've got one. Actually, he's Manuel Gallegos,
who just beat a Co.
Yeah, I don't think he is, but he's worth a shout. There's a lot of mid. Honestly, anybody but Callum Smith.
I feel like my highest choice is Connor Wallace.
Put Wallace in, man. Not Callum Smith.
Damn.
Yeah, Connor Wallace is fine.
Okay. We got
The last non-journeyman that Callum Smith beat was Matteo Bordeleak in August 2022. And that was a life and death as well.
Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol, David Benavidez, Joshua Buatsi, David Morrell, Albert Ramirez, Alexander Vozdik, Imam Katayev, Hot Rod, and Connor Wallace. Okay, well.
1 and 2 are easy. Who do you put at 3?
Chris Smith. CBS.
It's either CBS or it's
I've got Mickey at number 4.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Yeah. We love Mickey Sislake here.
Mickey, can't you see? All right, then what? Like a
Brandon Glanton, where does he rank?
the bottom.
At the
If even.
bottom, if at all. I mean, look, I haven't really done it. I haven't really touched anything about this Givor Jack situation. I still have Givor ranked at number 5, I think.
He hasn't fought, man.
I know.
Ryan Rosicky and Yamil Peralta, I'd have 5 and 6, even though it's terrible.
Are they cruiserweights?
Yes. They just
Rosicky is
fought
definitely.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. When I see Rosicky, I picture Bridgerweight because of what's his name.
Yeah, a proper division. That's probably better than cruiserweight at this one.
I mean, I have Papin in there, but I'm not. Was his fight against Hardy at
No.
He actually
cruiserweight?
was not a cruiserweight fight.
Because
Greg
he was
Hardy's
massive.
probably 270 pounds, probably.
Yeah, but
That wasn't even a real fight, was it?
I don't know. What did Papin weigh?
Who knows? It's probably not on BoxRec like most
That
fights.
was that's not on BoxRec, but I will say
It's not a real fight. It's not
I will
boxing.
say he stopped Felix Valera and Isaac Shalemba this year.
Yeah, I have him in my top 10. He has some good wins.
I think him at 7's fair.
He's coming next.
Even though he did lose to Asparov and it got overturned, and then Asparov got a 6-year ban, which is
All right, then
mental.
what? Who's at the bottom?
Ethan Garvey?
A nasty react pour.
Ethan
What about
Garvey.
Scale?
I think Garvey's better than Muscala.
Or like Masternak.
Well, I do have Masternak in mind, but I mean, he's just kind of around, isn't he? He's not really doing much.
He's just one, which is an okay win.
Oh, he did just beat.
He did just beat.
But then again, Ethan Garvey flattened Floyd Masson, and he got robbed blind against Tishenko.
You go Ngabu, and then what about Ngabu? Who did we just say?
Masternak.
Ngavi Masternak. Then Mosquera at 10. I'll have Mosquera at 10. By the way, I have to mention him. Mosquera's at 10, but there is a guy that I have at 11. Who's fighting Brandon Glanton next. And when the Cuban Flash, Leonard Perez, knocks out Brandon Glanton, he will be in the top 10. But yeah, that's
what a division. All right. You got Jairo Bataya, Zerda Ramirez, Chris Billum Smith, Miguel Kislak, Ryan Rosicky, Yamil Peralta, Alexei Papin, Yves Ngabu, Masternak, Leonardo Mosquera. The big ones. The big boys. Well,
it's like the top 5, simple-ish.
Just make sure I got the.
There'll be some debate around 2 and 3, but I think we all agree.
Well, I got Usyk, Fury, Dubois, Parker, Zhang.
Yep, that's exactly what I've got.
Would you say 4?
Parker.
Yes, Parker.
Then possibly a debate with 6. I mean, I have a massive African guy.
I have Caballero above that nonce.
Yeah, that was the debate. I was thinking, is it going to be Caballero or
I have Caballero, then the nonce.
So Caballero, then Bacoli. Then, I mean, I have AJ next, but have whoever you want, really.
I have AJ at 8 as well.
Then I have Berkovic.
That's where we disagree.
Who do you
know who I have at number 9?
Derek Chisora.
No, he's got Parkinson's. He's not.
Fabio Wardley.
Nope.
Someone.
Jarrell Miller.
For what?
Beating Andy Ruiz.
Is that good?
Let's go at the Anthony Joshua did. And he was more competitive with Dubois than Joshua was as well.
They both got stopped at the end of the day.
Miller didn't get dropped. Miller lasted a lot longer. Miller won more rounds.
Look, Ortiz hadn't fought in 2 years. And officially, that was a draw.
I have Andy Ruiz at 10.
I don't even have Andy Ruiz in my top 10. I still have
Right.
Wilder ranked for whatever reason. I don't know why.
All I'll say is we say about wins.
It's kind of, it might have to be.
It's over a year since Anthony Joshua beat anybody with a professional win.
That's fine. Even though that win.
Hergovic, are we really rating Hergovic?
Every single one of these divisions has a shit bottom. All of them.
Miller's better than Hergovic, man. Come on, Hergovic. I'd argue Wardley's better than Hergovic as well. Hergovic. What has Hergovic done to be ranked that high?
Just be there. I mean, I guess he does have a win against Zhang, even though
He lost that fight, man.
he should have probably lost. I mean, it was close enough. Not that he should have won, but it was close enough. That was like 2 years ago as well. 3 years ago.
And we've got to acknowledge that, Zhang had drew with Jerry Forrest 3 fights before that as well.
Because he's a useless, no stamina idiot.
Can I just list off this list of opponents
If you want.
for Filip Hergovic? 41-year-old Mark Demore.
Yeah.
Dempsey McKean,
Who just got back the eyes.
blasted out by a child. A loss against Zhili Zhang. Emir Amatovic, whoever that is. Mark Radoncic. Rydell Booker. Alexander Katarazia. Eric Molina. Mario Heredia. Gregory Corbin. Kevin Johnson. Amir Mansour. Filiberto Torva. Sean Big Sexy Turner. Tom Little. Pavel Sauer. Rafael Zumbano. What we doing?
Like, he's just there or thereabouts. Look, the heavyweight division isn't good. I mean, it's competitive, but
I'm not putting Jarrell Miller over Filip Hergovic for
He's a
drawing with
better fighter,
Ruiz.
and he's got better results. Can I ask you a question? Who wins right now? Lucas Brown or Mark Demore?
neither. Neither.
Lucas
That
Brown
wouldn't-
would win in that fight, and we both know it.
That fight would not be sanctioned. Well, it probably would, but it shouldn't be sanctioned.
This is the level we're dealing with. Mark Demore, Dempsey McKean. Who would win, Dempsey McKean or Jarrell Miller?
Jarrell Miller, I would hope.
Jarrell Miller beats all these guys that he's beat. And he's beat Ruiz, which is better than anything Hergovic has done.
He technically didn't. Officially.
Filip Hergovic, man. Filip Hergovic is the Kubrat Pulev of the 2020s.
Yes.
Actually, Kubrat Pulev is better than him, actually. I'd rate Kubrat Pulev. Kubrat Pulev beat Derek Chisora recently. And got robbed.
All right, what are we doing?
We're moving on.
Okay.
Wait.
And I'm not having somebody that's drawn with a small hall club fighter like Fraser Clark in my top 10 either, but you do you.
This isn't yours, this is ours.
Yeah, but okay.
Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Zhili Zhang, Agit Kabayel, Martin Bakoli, Anthony Joshua, Filip Hergovic, and Fabio Wardley.
R.I.P. the Bronze Bomber. He's still coming back though, for some reason.
Shouldn't, if he wants to keep living.
Look, if he can let a right hand go, he still chins people. He just can't.
He could be 70 years old and still chin people.
Like, imagine the disgusting things he'd do to Fabio Wardley if he landed on his head.
He would
Chin.
land on his head because if Fabio Worley's the well, actually, he had the horrible first round all the time, and then he finally got a first round knockout.
He was losing that round as well before that sequence, by the way.
But he actually finished it. It wasn't
Yeah.
like
He killed him.
twerking all over the ring like he was against like Nick Webb or something, or cut all over like Gorman.
Nathan Gorman.
All right, well, Taj, we should get through this quick. Tucker doesn't do pound lists.
Yeah.
So number one's obvious. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, I have Crawford number 2. You have Inoue number 2, so flip a coin.
Crawford is
Look,
dropping.
Crawford is beating better guys, but he's not as active. Majimov is better than Doheny, Neri, Goodman. Who else has he fought recently?
Pilot will use
Tapales. Better than
He's better than
Tapales.
Bolton as well.
He's better than Bolton.
Oh my god.
He's better than Butler. But he's just way more active. I mean, Crawford's fighting like once a year. And it wasn't like the most convincing performance from Crawford, but then again, it was.
That's why I was disgusted with the Julian Jackson talks on Twitter the other day.
No, but it was
we don't
like
have to talk about that. I don't want to talk.
it was a clear win, but it wasn't like as convincing as he has been. Maybe he just set the bar so high for himself. And you know, Match was good.
4 and 5 are also interchangeable, so it's just.
Well, I have Bam. You have Beterbiev.
So what do we
I have Bam. Well, Bevo's better than anyone Bam has beat, but Bam's recent opponents are deeper and more. I mean, he's looked better, I should say. His performance has been better.
Yeah, but
Bivol. I mean, yes, these are older guys, but they're still good.
I feel like there needs to be a wider asterisk on the Estrada win, to be honest.
I don't think the Estrada win needs an asterisk, but the wrong side win needs an asterisk because he's absolutely washed. I mean, half an asterisk because he's inactive, but he's still good. Gorgeous is fine, and you know, Sonny Edwards is great. Well, great, not great, because he just got dominated, but it's a good win. And Beterbiev, I mean, he has Tonka's favorite file, Callum Smith. Bivol, which good win. Also, not the most convincing win, but when you are two elite fighters fighting each other, they're never really convincing, are they?
I was just saying that's the the difference.
Like that doesn't non-convincing win against Beterbiev is still great. I mean, against Bivol is still great because he's another elite fighter. Most fights against two elite fighters, they are very close, and there's not much to split. At least if they go to distance. Then he had who do you have? Smith, Yard.
If we would just keep it recent to the last two fights, he ravaged Smith and beat Bivol in one of the most anticipated fights in however long. Bam's last, well, he's more active, so it'd be more than two fights. It'd be like Guevara, Estrada, and then who was right
Sonny.
Sonny. And Sonny was actually a
non-retired
fighter.
That's good. Like, he ran over Guevara. He stopped Estrada, even if he got dropped. And he kind of batted Sonny Edwards. Made him quit. I mean, you know, who cares, really? Who do I have next? No, I have Bivol next. We both have Bivol next. We both have Canelo next. Then we both have Kenshiro. Then I have Javante. You have Nakatani.
I don't. I feel like it should be a pound for pound top 8. Man. It should end right here. But I'm not about to because I'm just gonna sound like a hater. So
Yeah, it's been long enough about you going on a Javante Davis rant.
it's his resume stinks. There's asterisks all over, and it's disgusting. I know
Look, the problem.
Jutuz is weird because sometimes he looks unimpressive over opponents he should look impressive against, and then some of his wins don't age good. It's a mixture of a lot.
Well, I mean, his resume needs to be better.
Gervonta's also needs to be better to be a top. Well, we ranked him a top fighter in his division, and he has no marquee win in his division.
Look, he has elite skill level. He's being carried on that.
Yeah, against fighters we know what he's gonna do to him before we see it. So,
Well, we probably know he's gonna kill most fighters he fights.
I just wish he was against a
Look,
competitive fighter for once.
the problem with a top 10 pound is I don't think really there's 10 deserving fighters really. Currently, I mean, most of the time there is. Currently, no. I mean, everyone like below people, like there, could be there, could not, whatever. And there's like 4 or 5 other guys that could also be there too.
Yeah. We got
Okay, talkers, we're finished.
Hello. Do you get all your Granite Jack and 99.29 stats out?
this whole episode is that.
Yes.
Not on pound of pound. That's just nonsense. But yeah. Another long episode. That's 2 hour plus long episodes in a row now.
We need to take a mini break from these.
But yeah, we'll probably be updating the rankings monthly if there's not a lot of fights every sort of 6 weeks or so. And yeah, luckily those episodes won't take as long as this because we've had to set them all out. And yeah, we can just make quick adjustments and we'll fly through them. But the initial setups always take longer. But yeah, thanks for listening. All the links are downstairs as they always are. And yeah, thanks for listening.
See you in episode 28.